Hello, and welcome to the EFR Provider Webinar Series. During this session, we will be discussing procedures regarding requests made by EAP clients or third-party entities for EAP case records or other documentation. On occasion, you will receive requests for client records or documentation based on services provided while an eligible member is using their EAP benefit. Such requests can include copies of a client clinical record, summary or discharge letters, completion of forms for benefits such as FMLA, workers' compensation, or disability insurance. Our expectation is that when you receive such a request, you immediately contact EFR to consult about how to proceed before taking any action based on information pertaining to EAP covered sessions. When a client would like a copy of their clinical records, please call EFR and ask to consult with our clinical director. While a client has a right to their records, EFR and you as our subcontracted provider have the right to review those records prior to release. EFR requires the client to submit their request in writing and to sign an authorization for EFR, including you as our subcontracted provider. Be prepared to forward copies of the record to EFR and then to consult regarding what information will be provided to the client. EFR will only need to review the section of the client record that documents EAP coverage sessions. Once the review is completed, you can provide the information to the client. When you receive a request from the client's employer, an attorney, DHS, workers' compensation representative, insurance, or other third party, please direct them to EFR and provide them our clinical number at 800-327-4692. Call EFR at this same phone number to notify us a request has been made and to consult on how best to respond. No information is to be released without a written authorization from the client and review by EFR's clinical director in conjunction with you or your organization's privacy officer. EFR may request a copy of the client record or any forms that you have been asked to complete to assist with our review. Keep in mind that while the requesting party may want information immediately, in most cases the provider is legally allowed time to review the request and respond. In some cases, EFR will decline the request if it is not appropriate for EAP to provide documentation for specific purposes. Most requests are fulfilled within 5 business days. It is necessary for EFR to be involved in these types of client requests as you are our subcontracted partner, and thus EFR will have shared responsibility with you for any consequences or liability based on contractual obligations. EFR may also be knowledgeable about specific company policies or culture that could impact the employee and their decision to seek certain documentation. The services provided by EAP are short-term and frequently a bridge to other resources. Therefore, the assessment and referral aspects of these sessions do not typically meet the requirements needed by third-party entities. Examples would include an employee who asks for a substance abuse evaluation for court due to an OWI, or a custody evaluation for the Department of Human Services, or to use their EAP sessions to document mental health concerns for FMLA or disability benefits. These are specialized or medical evaluations that EAP services do not cover. While an employee may request records for these type of needs, they may not understand that their EAP records will not be adequate documentation for these purposes. In cases where you self-refer the client and are no longer delivering services as our EAP provider, you can then apply your own business practices. Advocating on behalf of an employee by documenting the request can have unintended consequences on their employment status or benefits and triangulate you between employee and employer. We hope this webinar has been helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 800-327-4692.